everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm here today with my weekly wax melt empties number 12. I did post an empties video 10 and 11 only a few days ago, but that was because I was behind and I don't want to be just consistently behind. So even though I just posted that one, this one is on time, so I don't want to not post it because I was late before. But there are a few things going on in the wax world this week that I want to mention. So the first thing is the Pharmacist's Daughter is having their May pre-order starting Thursday 5/23 at 12 p.m. Eastern time, and it goes until Sunday May 26th at 11:59 Eastern time. And then Fantasy Wax Melts is having their pre-order as well, opening Friday May 24th at 4 p.m. Eastern time and closing Thursday May 30th at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And then last but certainly not least is Teddy Bees, and I just want to make sure I get the dates on this one right because it is not marked in my calendar, which is definitely a mistake on my end. I need to make sure I mark that down. There's a lot of featured posts right now because of the polls. And I did cast my votes, and I'm hopeful for some of these scents. So the Teddy Bees pre-order opens on Friday, May 24th as well at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I do not know when it closes, but I don't think that she has a quick pre-order. I believe that it's open for a few days. So I will be participating in those three, and then I plan on participating in L3's Loafapalooza, but then I'm definitely taking a bit of a break from buying wax just to catch up on everything that I've gotten recently. And I have a few pre-orders that I made last month coming in this month, so I'm thinking that that will quell the urge to keep purchasing. But that is all that I have. There might be some more sales going on. If there are any that I missed, please comment them down below. I'll add them to the description of the video. I like to have as much out there as I can. Now that that has all been said, I'm going to get started with my empties. Now, I know that I always go by vendor, and I feel like that is the easiest and least confusing way to do it. But this week, there were a few scents that I melted in alternating warmers complementary to each other, and I want to talk about them each on their own and also together because I had a couple of really good experiences with blending. So I am going to go ahead and talk about some of the things that I melted together, and then I will go ahead and do the rest by vendor. So the first two scents that I have to talk about is banana bread carbs from Rose Girls. This is banana cream pie, baked zucchini bread, cookies, donuts, and bread. This was a fantastic banana bready bakery scent. It's way more bready than just banana nut bread on its own. I melted this complimentary with coffee scents, but the one that I melted it with on the last day when I only had a couple of little pieces left was chestnuts roasting on an open fire from L3, which was chestnuts and brown sugar, zucchini bread, and mallow fluff. These two together created the most gorgeous combination. The nuttiness and the creaminess of the chestnut and the mallow fluff from this one, and then both of them have zucchini bread in it, so there was that consistent bready note, and then the sweetness of the banana combined with the nuttiness of the chestnuts just enhanced that banana nut bread, and they just complemented each other so well. Both were really strong throwers. I did them in my office, and what I do is my office is a smaller room and I have two warmers in there. I'll melt like two different scents in each warmer that I want to try together, and that's what I did with these, and it was so good. And then there are two other ones that I did like that. So the next one was two samples. This is Blueberry Muffin from Fantasy Wax Melts. You can tell that the sample's older because it doesn't even have her label on it. And then this one is Sugar Cakes from L3, one of their really popular house bakery blends. Sugar Cakes is fluffy yellow cake batter with whole vanilla buttercream frosting and crushed vanilla wafers on top. So I did the same thing. I melted this one in one office warmer and this one in the other office warmer. And Blueberry Muffin on its own is a good scent. Like, I like Blueberry Bakery, but Sugar Cakes is such a heavy, rich, dense vanilla bakery, and combined with the blueberry muffin, this just smelled like the sweetest, creamiest blueberry bakery. It really, really added a lot to the blueberry muffin. So now I want to try to get blueberry muffin plus Sugar Cakes as a blend from L3 before they close, because this was really, really good. And then the last ones that I did together were spiced caramel cake from Fantasy Wax Melts, and pumpkin sugar donuts, zucchini bread, and sugar cookie royale from L3. These were absolutely fantastic together as well. This spiced caramel cake was fantastic. The spice in it wasn't like a hot cinnamon spice or a spicy nutmeg or anything like that. It was just a really nice spice undertone. I could definitely get like the gooey caramel. The cake note came through. This was just a really good, well-rounded scent. And then having this pumpkin sugar donuts scent to complement it just made this into a really, really sweet. It wasn't fall. It wasn't fall bakery, but something about the spice and the pumpkin sugar donuts, it added just, you know, just a little touch of maybe like you're just like missing fall for a day and you just wanted to be reminded of it. That's really what this was like. And the zucchini bread and the sugar cookie royale, the fried dough from the sugar donuts, the cake from the caramel cake, those bakery notes came out through and through. Really, really like both of these alone, but together they were just outstanding. So I think that those are all of the combo melts that I did that I wanted to talk about together. So next I will go ahead with my L3. I wanted to try to get through a lot of samples because they were starting to stack up. So I have a good little pile of samples here. So the first one is gingerbread, creme brulee, and kettle corn. This one was definitely more of a fall scent. For some reason, this had a cranberry or like a mulberry undertone to it. I don't know what it was because I didn't see those notes in there. I don't know if it was a fruity creme brulee or if it was just the gingerbread doing that. This was good. I actually, you know what? There was one other one that I did together and it was this, and then I melted it with just plain Today is October 3rd from L3, Palo Santo, Toasted Mallow, and Sugar Cookie Royale. I liked these paired together. This one, like I said, there was too much of this berry note for me to really appreciate it on its own, but the smoky sweetness of Today is October 3rd and the other warmer really balanced this out, and it was a very, very enjoyable combination. I think that I would really like to try some more fruit blended with Today's October 3rd. I realize I've never really experimented with that. The berry note that was in here mixed really well with that Palo Santo, so definitely gave me some ideas maybe for customs or request lists. But okay, now these are just samples that I did by themselves. So this first one was Wild Berry Mousse, Santa's on Keto, and Hot Cocoa. Santa's on Keto is a sugary cookie cake bakery vanilla blend, and Hot Cocoa it's not as rich as brownie batter. It's definitely more of just a you can tell that it's like a chocolate drink, the same way that you can tell coffee is like a beverage type of scent. It doesn't smell like brownies or baked or chocolate bar or anything like that. The Wild Berry Mousse in there made it smell like those packets of Land O'Lakes raspberry hot chocolate. It was definitely on the lighter side, and I also melted this Hot Cocoa, Mallow Fluff, and graham crackers, and I actually did do these at the same time. I just keep lying. I swear after these are the last ones I did together. Because they were both hot cocoa, I just wanted to go ahead and melt them together. This one, I really just smelled kind of a light hot cocoa. This one had a little bit more to it because of the berry. I'm not a huge chocolate in wax girl, but I think I mentioned it in my last video that I did grow up in Hershey, Pennsylvania back when the chocolate factory was there for a couple of years, and the air always smelled like chocolate, and so chocolate wax does bring me back to those times of childhood, so I do appreciate it every once in a while. This next sample here is Amaretto and Give Me All the Carbs. I love L3's Amaretto because it's just so like soft and sweet and creamy. There's no cherry note to me whatsoever. So this was just like a soft, sweet, creamy, nutty almond with the bread pretzel type of bakery behind it that gave me all the carbs. This was really, really good, really sweet, great bakery. I like pistachio give me all the carbs, so I'm not surprised that I liked the amaretto give me all the carbs. This next one is lavender cream peppermint. I melted this one in my bathroom. It was nice. I like peppermint in a very low-key way. I only really like it in certain blends, and with lavender is one way that I do enjoy it. I like the lavender cream oil. It's just a soft, sweet, gentle lavender with that peppermint. It just gave it a really fresh, clean scent, almost like something that you would put in a diffuser or that would be in a spa with the lavender and peppermint oils. It was really, really nice and soothing in the bathroom. And then I also did this lavender toasted mallow vanilla lace sample in my bathroom. I love this blend. I've had it quite a few times. The muskiness of the vanilla lace and the smokiness of the toasted mallow really come out in here and make this a smoky, toasty lavender scent. Really, really love it. I also melted in my bathroom the sample of Eskimo Kisses. And for the notes on this one, it is pink sugar, vanilla smoothie, and candy canes. I didn't realize that those were the notes, and I'm not surprised because I really, really liked this. What is it? Candy canes? Yeah, the candy canes was definitely more of that like sweet candied peppermint, and the pink sugar and the vanilla smoothie just made it this like feminine, vanilla, sweet, sugary, almost perfumey element with just a hint of that sweet peppermint in there. It kind of reminded me a little bit of a twisted peppermint vibe from Bath & Body Works, but not as creamy vanilla, more of a sugary, musky one. Really, really liked this as a bathroom scent. And I have a couple more blends here that were samples. So let me just go ahead and stay on this page. I melted this scoop sample in Fuzzy Socks and Hoodies. And this is Juniper Berries, Creamy Vanilla Sage, and Dew. So this was interesting because I love samplers, because 9 times out of 10 in a sampler, I find scents that I don't think that I would like at all, and then I absolutely fall in love with it. And then there's the occasional time where I get a scent or a blend that I've always wanted to try that I think I'm gonna love, and then I just don't love it. It's very rare that that happens, but that is what happened with this one, unfortunately. For me, I was not able to get any of the juniper berry or the vanilla sage. I just smelled the dew, and it just smelled a little bit too harsh for me, almost as if it was like a fresh cut grass or a rain that went too harsh and wasn't softened enough. It was almost a little bit headache inducing for me, unfortunately. I think I would have liked the scent a lot if it was lighter on the dew. And then this blend was Chillin' With My Snowmies, and I know that this one is discontinued, and I have looked up the notes of this, but I just want to remind myself here. Okay, so Chillin' With My Snowmies is Moroccan cashmere scarf, whipped vanilla, and amber. So a soft, kind of gentle body care spa scent. I put this in my bathroom. I have to say I was slightly underwhelmed by the throw. I did get that soft, gentle, kind of relaxing, feminine, musky spa scent, but it just didn't throw the way that I thought it would. However, I do have a bougie bar in this scent, and the size is bigger than the sample size was, so maybe I just need a little bit more in my warmer, because what I could smell I really did enjoy, so I'm looking forward to trying this again. And then the last blend sample from L3 here is What's Up Beaches. What's Up Beaches? And I'm just looking up the notes really quick. What's Up Beaches is Saltwater Mermaid, Saltwater Taffy, and Boardwalk Mallow Clouds. I really like Boardwalk Mallow Clouds, and the note was very prominent in this, so I enjoyed it. Saltwater Mermaid is just a feminine aquatic scent, and Saltwater Taffy, I'm not a huge taffy fan at all. I was not able to detect it in this blend. This was mainly, to me, Boardwalk Mallow Clouds with a little bit of a feminine aquatic scent. There was a little bit of like a coconut, slight sunscreeny type of note. It was very, very light, but I enjoyed this What's Up Beaches. It was a very, very good quintessential summer scent. Now, my actual non-samples from L3, I finished this Cotton Candy Palo Santo Sugar Cookie Royale. This is a go-to scent combination for me. I love the juxtaposition of masculine and feminine and light, fluffy, sweet, and smoky. That is Cotton Candy and Palo Santo. It really does create something magical, and adding Sugar Cookie Royale in there just gives it a boost of bakery. I love Sugar Cookie Royale. It really does smell like fresh baked sugar cookies with just a little slight smoky element to it. Absolutely adore it. This was sweet. This was delicious. Then this was vanilla patchouli, sugared shortbread, and toasted mallow. This was my first time, surprisingly, trying L3's vanilla patchouli, and it was really, really good. Patchouli has that incense quality, and this was definitely a very, very light interpretation of it. I did not get a ton of that incensiness from this patchouli, but it was there. You were still able to detect it, but you could tell it was sweetened by the vanilla. Very gentle patchouli scent. And then the sugared shortbread reminds me so much of a Lorna Doone cookie. That is how I always describe that scent, because that is what sugared shortbread smells like to me. And then their toasted mallow is a very smoky scent, which did add to that patchouli smoky incensey quality, but sugared shortbread is it really comes strong through and blends to me that Lorna Doone almost warm vanilla sugary with bakery behind it scent. That was what dominated in here, but I really enjoyed it. I liked the patchouli in here. I think that if you're not the biggest incense fan, I do think that vanilla patchouli in blends would probably be fine for you, or at least worth trying in a small size. And then this was Pink Frosted Cake, plus today is October 3rd, which again is Palo Santo Toasted Mallow and Sugar Cookie Royale. Blended with the Pink Frosted Cake, it just added another sweet cake scent. But their Pink Frosted Cake, I can definitely detect the strawberry icing in it strong. And you could definitely still tell that this was a strawberry bakery scent. I really enjoyed it. And then I finished this pack of tarts in Vanilla Birch. I absolutely love Vanilla Birch. Now, Vanilla Birch is like a chameleon. It is so interesting because until I got this, I had never tried it on its own. I've had it in blends with zucchini bread and Sugar Cookie Royale and millions of other things. And I swear to you, Vanilla Birch always smells different depending on what it's blended with. Now, I always like it. I'm a huge vanilla person through and through. I'm a tree person through and through. So Vanilla Birch is fantastic, but I'd only smelled it in blends and I thought, wow, the tree note on this is really light. I really don't get that a lot. To me, it kind of just smells like an elevated, maybe more masculine vanilla. But then I had this on its own and this was tree heavy. This was a tree scent through and through. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I feel like I got through this pack of tarts really quickly, and I'm already kind of wanting more of this scent because it was fantastic. But don't be fooled by Vanilla Birch in blends and then think if you don't like tree scents that you can get it on its own. Don't do that. But if you like tree scents, grab some Vanilla Birch on its own because it is absolutely delicious. And then another vanilla tree scent that I have to absolutely rave about is vanilla balsam and spiced oat milk. Oh my gosh, this was like the spiced oat milk scent. It's so creamy. It reminds me of Serendipity, but without the coconut, but just that sweet, creamy, milky type of scent. As far as spiced goes, I don't get a whole lot of any spice in it, so don't be afraid of that. But mixed with the vanilla balsam, which is balsam, I mean, that is Christmas. That is Christmas tree. But with the vanilla and that creamy oat milk scent, oh my gosh, it was so good. It was like you know, the milk and cookies under a tree, but without the cookies, and you just smell like fresh milk and the fresh Christmas tree. It was absolutely unique. I have nothing but good things to say about this, and I would like some more of it. So that is all of my L3, and I only have a few left. So I have 3 things from Fantasy Wax Melts. The first one is Shut Up, which was Cafe Vienna, zucchini bread, and glazed donuts. There's my cat's hair is in the bag. Cafe Vienna, zucchini bread, and glazed donuts. I absolutely loved this scent. Heaviest on the glazed donuts, which is fine by me because Fantasy Wax Melt's glazed donuts oil is absolutely top tier. I loved it. Then I got the zucchini bread, and then the Cafe Vienna was just a little bit of a light coffee in the background. This was mainly a donut scent, and I really, really enjoyed it. I finished this shape that was in Ghost with the Most Babe. I know I've talked about this scent on my channel a billion times because I really like it. This is apple fritters, blueberry cheesecake, and sugar cookie. Easily my favorite blueberry cheesecake scent ever. The apple fritter combined with the blueberry cheesecake, it just adds so much to it. The fried dough of the fritter just elevates the crust of the blueberry cheesecake, and adding the apple, which to me is more of a deep fruit than what comes with blueberry cheesecake, it just makes the fruit note of it so yummy, and the sugar cookie just adds sweetness. This to me is blueberry cheesecake but better, and I absolutely love it. And then last from Fantasy Wax Melts, this was flannel type plus warm vanilla sugar. So I am not normally into very masculine cologne scents, which flannel type definitely is, but this was a pre-order extra, and I just wanted to order it as a wild card because I felt like warm vanilla sugar is such a sweet, sugary, feminine note that I wanted to know what it was like blended with the flannel type, and I definitely liked this more than I thought I would. It's not something that I would buy again, but the warm vanilla sugar really did tone down the harshness, that cologniness of the flannel type, and made it a little more sweet, a little more smooth, a little more gentle, and it ended up being, you know, actually a really nice scent, so that was a good surprise for me. And then I finished 2 of these sample bags from Scoopable Wax. So this was Ooey Gooey Caramel and 3 cakes, which was sticky caramel, and their 3 cakes, which is Cupcakes at Tiffany's birthday cake, yellow cake? Yes, I think that's what it is. Ooey Gooey Caramel 3 cakes. This one was, it was good. It was good. It wasn't a standout to me. It was just kind of a classic caramel cake scent. I feel like it is better as a blender. I did melt these just on their own, and it was good, but it didn't wow me. And then this one was Cake by the Ocean. This is such a popular Rose Girls scoopable blend, birthday cake, Florida key lime pie, and strawberry pound cake. I am not a huge key lime person, but it smelled really good in this blend on cold, and I actually did end up liking this on warm. The way that these combined, it smelled to me like a key lime pie yogurt, and that might not sound appealing to everybody, but I mean that in a good way. Not that it smelled sour, but it was just a very, very, very creamy, almost moussey key lime, if that makes sense. I didn't get a whole lot of strawberry, I will say, but that might have been why the lime wasn't as harsh as it was, but this was really good, really sweet, really strong. I enjoyed it as a sample. And then I have 3 one-offs here. So this first one is the North from Teddy Bees, and this was a sample that I got in a D-stash. And when I smelled this, see if I can still smell it in the bag. Yes, this is a gorgeous tree, fresh air, earth, outdoorsy scent. And I thought to myself that I should really let this sit because I don't know when this was poured because there's no year on it. And then I really got impatient and I wanted to melt it, and unfortunately it was a very, very, very light throw, and this should have been a very strong scent. So I think I made the mistake of melting it too soon, which is unfortunate because on cold it smells so, so, so good, and I hope that I can get my hands on this scent again in the future because I really would like to try it when it's actually ready. From Second and Spruce, I finished this bag of strawberry pound cake and boom boom cream layered with creamy coconut, vanilla, and cashmere cream. I absolutely loved this. This was such a good cashmere body care scent. The cashmere cream is so, so, so creamy, and you do get a little bit of that coconut in it. I definitely could detect the boom boom and the strawberry pound cake as well. It just added a little bit more to that like super warm cozy blanket of cashmere cream. I love cashmere scents. This was really, really good. The wax performed really well for me. This was my first time trying Second and Spruce, and I was very happy with it. And then last but not least was this Glitterati in Amish Kitchen Sugar Cookie Dough, Frosted Cupcake, and Vanilla. This was quite good. I did not know if Amish Kitchen was gonna have a cinnamon or too much of a spice to it. For me, it really didn't. It just smelled like a nice dense vanilla bakery. I enjoyed this as a complimentary scent with kind of a more complex bakery, and I also did melt this on its own just to see it, and I liked it that way as well. So that is everything that I finished for week 12. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you like wax videos, and I will see you in my next one.